Hi, it's an exciting new day with an exciting new episode. Welcome to Cope Institute. In the last episode, we were able to talk about how we can change. We can start by creating a specific framework, work within a set time limit, and be able to accomplish goals. We also need to involve others, and we need to record our progress. We were also able to see how we can start by having an aim and then move on to general objectives and finally move on to the specific objectives so that we can go through this process of change as well as get the results. In this episode, we will be looking at an example of how we can go through personal development using an outcome-based approach. At the beginning, we may start with the framework that we have, and we may incorporate the tools and the strategies that we have. Then we may move again to have the general aims, like in development or the aim of development. And out of this kind of basis, we may move on to having general objectives. For example, I've taken 3 general objectives here. Maybe one objective would be to gain knowledge, another one would be to change attitudes, and a third one would be to take action. So on the specific objectives in gaining knowledge, we may start from asking or gaining knowledge about ourselves. Who am I? And what do I know? And what skills and abilities do I have? Then on the second general objectives, I may have specific objectives such as what attitudes do I have, and why do I need to change these attitudes, and what benefits do I get from this changing of attitude. And on the third general objectives, where I've mentioned about action, the specific objectives may be to learn and then to be able to apply what I've learned and to assess and evaluate whatever I've learned or whatever I've been able to do and see whether it's been successful or not, so that I can be able to improve to the next level next time. The issue of a person or who am I can be approached from different perspectives or from a different angle. For example, if we can mind map on personal characteristics, we may look at the demographic characteristics of this person, maybe age, race, and gender. We may also look at the attitude this person may be having or the kind of value systems that person may be holding on to. We may also look at the existing knowledge or any prior experience this person may be having. We may also look at how this person learns, that is the learning style, and we may also look at where their geographical location is. Different people have different aptitudes and talents, so a person's characteristics may be affected by the aptitudes and the talents they have. We may also look at the physiological characteristics, for example, the general physical conditions. At times, we may have to look at the current job or the position they hold in their life. For example, in career and different stages in their life. All these are personal experiences and characteristics and values that are important in knowing who the person is or in knowing who am I. It would be a good idea to be able to have a foundational framework for the person where you may group these general interests together, or you may group whatever general aspects that make you as a person, but then check the level of interest and check the level of engagement, or just see what you want to engage yourself with. You may also look at what your aspirations are and how suitable or how experienced are you, and then what plans you have. Then you may be able to move to assess that knowledge and the abilities and the skills that you have. Sometimes you may have certifications or approvals, or you may be keeping records, for example, a CV, or you may have undergone through formal system of education or sometimes informal. You may also be able to answer a few questionnaires or personality tests which will be able to assess your knowledge, your abilities and skills. It's also very important that you examine assumptions. For example, you should question yourself or examine the ideas that you hold so passionately. You may also be able to look at what the norms or what the others think about what you're about to do, so that you're within the acceptable norms. It's also important also to know what is best, what is suitable for you. As you move to the next level or the next stage of your framework, it's good to be able to start getting engaged in an action or start doing something by participation, or you may be able to start involving others by delegating some of the things that need to be done. And you still have to check your progress at every single level so that you know how much you've done and what needs to be done. In the next episode, we may be looking at various skills and abilities. We may also have a look at some common attitudes among people. We may also have to look at some approaches to change so that we can be able to start our developmental process, so that we can start doing things that will affect us as individuals. And as we had said in the very first episode, so that we can be able also to impact or to effect something within our communities. And until next time, it's goodbye from me for now. Thank you for listening.